welcome. I hope you are having a great day already. Here in Amsterdam is lunchtime, and I hope you are using the possibility of having lunchtime with me in this life. So today the topic brought some questions. So the topic I really want to bring is to bring the awareness of sometimes the harm and the hurt that we bring, yeah, in this business. Some people call it the business of personal development. I don't personally enjoy a lot the term, but it's the term that most part of us are used to. I would like to ask you, can you hear me well? Can you see me well? I would love to receive your comments. Seeing me and hearing me well, that will be amazing if you let me know if everything is working properly, because I can only see myself. So it will be really cool to have your comments to see if everything is okay from that side. Oh, okay, thank you, Beatrice. All okay here, super. So I want, oh, someone is saying that the sound is off and on. Okay, I'm going to bring my mic a little bit closer to me. I hope you are okay on seeing this. That I hope this helps some way, somehow. Everything is connected. So now we have this. So today I want to bring this topic because I think that people that are doing coaching or therapy, they want, of course, they are most part of the times, if not always, with the intention of helping people and supporting people for them to have a better life, a better relationship, a better work environment, for instance. So let's say the content of the coaching or the therapy of the mentoring can be really, everything. But the support and the help that sometimes coaches and mentors and therapists want to bring to the person is not always free of pain in that sense. And I want to bring here some awareness, and because this is really something that personally disturbs me a lot, because I think is not the way to go. I don't find it ethical. I don't find it realistic, and I don't find it also, basically honest. So let's start with the beginning, right? One of the things that I see a lot when we are talking about marketing in our area of performance, I see a lot marketing being done with the need under. So you need something because, you always need something to achieve whatever you want. Sometimes people go even a little bit more profound than this. They go to, you have a problem. And sometimes I even see things like, you don't know yet, but this is a problem. And I'm here to fix it. So the use of the need that you need something because you are not complete, or you are not enough yet, or you need to be fixed some way, somehow, is a red flag. And I could not be, I think, more explicit with this. So if someone using a need and even doing an imposition of need, so if you want to have success, you need this. If you want a better life, you need that. This is an enormous red flag. And this is something that I see not only a lot of people doing in terms of marketing, but I also see a lot of people advising. So when we go to, marketing, whatever, companies and people selling marketing stuff for coaches and therapists, I see a lot of this. I see a lot of impose the necessity, impose the need. And well, come on, if someone says to me, oh, maybe you are feeling tired, this is a very strong, hypnotic command. So even if I was not feeling tired, like, oh, maybe I'm feeling tired. Oh, yesterday I was feeling tired, so maybe this is for me. So the use, we need to be aware that some language is an hypnotic driver. So that means that enters immediately in your subconscious and makes you questioning and creates a question sometimes that was not there before. And it's not a question that is based on bringing you more awareness. It's a question that brings you that need, okay? And that's a very total different thing. When you have a question or when you have a hypnotic command that takes you to a need. Oh, maybe I need this. Is a huge awareness point for yourself. If you start saying, oh, maybe I need this, maybe you got probably a strong hypnotic comment. And this, some people are in a very intuitive way, but some people know what they are doing. Okay, some people know how to use hypnotic language, and they will use it. So be aware of that. Be aware that, the only way that I can say this is if someone is applying to your need, is a red flag. So this is a way also that I think brings a lot of implicit violence to people. Brings a lot of beliefs and stimulates a lot of beliefs that I think they are not very inspiring beliefs, or even beliefs that can really be bring potential, but they bring a lot of limitations. So, for instance, the need that people are not enough, the need that you need something more, the belief that you need to be fixed. And I hear this a lot. I hear a lot of people, clients of mine, coming in and saying, I have a problem. This is my problem, even taking the ownership, like I'm myself a problem, a little bit that song, The Problem Is Me. I think this also comes in the way that we approach coaching and therapy. It's like you have something to solve. And instead, sometimes of the opposite of saying you have something that you want to be in a different way. It's not that needs to be solved, but maybe you want that, or you want to feel in a different way. You want to be doing this in a different way, much more than the solving proposition. So I think that the language that sometimes we use puts people down, puts people distrusting themselves, puts people even sometimes losing self-esteem, because The other day I heard someone saying this to me, like, I don't want, it was not even about her. She said to me, I don't want you to lose your time because I'm like this since ever. Like, I don't have a solution. And I said, why we are putting this on the solution point of view? Why are you putting yourself in the I need a solution for myself instead of I'm going to use whatever I have? Of course, you can maybe already imagine that I have a very particular view about people. So I really believe that people are able to use whatever they are facing, let's say, use in the sense of bringing progress to themselves. And I think sometimes that's what we could look for is like, can I bring some progress to myself? Can I be doing this in a better, healthier, easy way? So it's not about taking away what I have. It's not about a solution for what I have. It's not that even sometimes not liking what I have, but it's like, can be this done in a different way? So that idea of bringing choices and bringing more perspectives, more choice, instead of saying we need to eliminate something from you. And this is another thing that I believe also happens a lot in coaching and in therapy, and more when we are people are already working with a client, is that we need to take that away from you. So for instance, if someone says, "Oh, I have this way of I don't know, facing problems," that is like I run away. I run away from my problems. Imagine that someone comes and brings that to you as a coach and a mentor or a therapist, and the person says, "One of the strategies that I have when I have a problem is that I run away." Why? Why do you think that that needs to go away? No, sometimes running away is a great strategy, okay? Sometimes you need to say, yes, I'm going to run away. That's it. So it's not about taking that away from the person. It's not about taking away that strategy, but it's to give more strategies to the person. And I think sometimes in this field of personal development, we enter a lot on the field of let's take this away from the person. Let's take, and I think sometimes even when we are talking about, for instance, trauma, some people have the belief that you can take away trauma from people. No, you take away the response or you amplify the choices on the response to that event. You cannot take the event from the person. So, and that's a huge difference on the process that we follow. Is also a huge difference on the well-being that we are bringing to people. Because every time that I hear someone saying, "Oh, but yeah, we need to take this away from you, you cannot do this anymore," and I'm like, what is that all about? You don't know the future of this person. Maybe in the future this will be useful. Why are you doing that? So I remember one time a client came to me and he had a health issue, and he wanted to start disliking bread. And he came really like, I want to work on maybe with some techniques of neuro-linguistic programming. I want to stop liking bread. And I said, I will not do that. because that is even dangerous in terms of ecology. So imagine that, I don't know, tomorrow is only bread to eat, and what is going to happen? So this is a drastic example, but this happens in everything, in every place of your being, of any parts of your life. Is that why to eliminate stuff? Why not adding stuff? Why not adding strategies, adding emotions, adding possibility? And why do you believe, and why we believe sometimes in the coaching world and in the personal development world, that we need to take things from people? Doesn't make any sense for me. We are here to support people, not to take things away from them. We are here to amplify them, not to say this is wrong or this is right. We don't know that. We never know what is right or what is wrong. We just know that at that moment something can be working or not in relationship to the results that we are looking for, right? So for me, is a very violent way of doing personal development if you are taking things away from people. If you are putting people with less choice and not with more choice, for me that is violence. For me that is a no go. And even when people are coming, and of course they can have a very bad perspective about whatever is happening with them and whatever they feel about something, because they are getting the result of that, right? So if the person has, for instance, a behavior, I don't know, smoking. Let me use this silly example. If someone has the habit of smoking, okay, and of course they want to take that away. They want to take that habit away because it's not healthy, and maybe they don't like it anymore, but they are addicted to it. But do I want to take that away, or I want to bring choice? And I prefer the idea that I want to bring so much choices that smoking is the last thing that you are going to think about. You see the difference? So I want to bring you so much possibilities, so many different perspectives about how can you achieve the same intention than when you smoke, that smoking will be the last thing that you go for, because you have so many better choices. And for me, this is empowering in people. Do you agree? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Ask me a question about this. Challenging me. Challenge me. I like that. So the idea that we need to get rid of stuff from people, for me, is a huge violence. And I always work with my students in a way that I really show them how the level of violence that this is, the level of intrusion this is in the life of someone else, and the imposition. We are imposing a lot of content and a lot of evaluation about something. We are imposing that smoking is bad. Of course, we say, yeah, but studies are showing that, yeah, but we don't know the future. You do know, we don't know the future. We don't know what is coming. And of course, some things we also, we enter a context. And in the context of today, smoking, I think most part of people will not see it as a positive thing, right? But we don't know. And that is the main thing. So yeah, no challenge for me yet. Okay, so the violence why we need to be aware of it, because yesterday someone was commenting my invite for this live one was saying, oh, but should not a coach know that it's not the consequences of what they are doing? Yes. Of course, they should, think ahead. But this is also a thing: is that another violence that comes with this is that a lot of coaches and therapists are entering their studies with models, and that is another another violence. Is that when you start seeing people inside of models, instead of let's see who is this person, right? And how this person organizes information, and how this person does what this person does. What is, I call it, what is the recipe of this person? How this person is doing them right now. And of course, this is a challenge because as a coach, you need to have a very simple protocol, and you need to have some tools, but you don't have a catalog for people, and you don't operate with a close protocol, in that sense that, simple things that people do sometimes in terms of coaching. Oh, if you are doing this, oh, that means that. If you have this pattern, oh, you are this. For instance, just today I heard someone talking about introvert and extrovert, and do I believe that we have introverts and extroverts? As a coach, no. As a coach, I don't believe that we have introverts and extroverts. In the moment that I believe that we have, as a coach, if I start believing that we have introverts and extroverts, I'm going to start catalyzing. I'm going to put labels on people. And I'm saying, you are doing this because you are an introvert. Not necessarily. Maybe I'm just doing this because there is no trust. Maybe because I'm doing this because I didn't sleep well. Oh, maybe I'm doing this because this person has a story with me and I don't want to connect now. So you see the dangers, you see the violence that it is, putting people in boxes and acting upon the idea that that box is the ultimate truth. That is the violence. That is violence. That is violence to the individual. That is violence because you are not allowing the person to be themselves, in the sense of saying, I'm doing this with my own recipe. I'm doing this because I'm organizing this information in a different way, maybe that you were expecting. So when you operate under a certain type of boxes, you are operating you are imposing that box to the other person. You are saying, this is the box, do you fit here or here? And you are imposing that box to the other person. And I think one of the things that we all need to realize is that when we are in a position of a coach or a mentoring, people will give us some of their trust, right? So whatever we say, people tend to believe it. So we need to be really aware about what we say. And also they will interpret that. Okay, so our language needs to be very clean, very straightforward. And we need sometimes to verify if whatever we said was what the person heard. And in the moment that you start doing coaching or even therapy, is using these labels and you start giving people, delivering these labels to people, this is violence and doesn't correspond to the main mission of a coaching session, for instance, that is amplifying again, right? That is bringing new possibilities. Because if you say to the person, you are this, okay, now what do I do with that? All the possibilities that I could think of will be restricted by that label, right? So if you say to me, oh, you are an introvert, I go like, okay, what can I do with that? But all the solutions that I will find will start on this idea that I'm an introvert. So I'm not opening up choices. I'm not opening up possibilities for this person. I'm just giving a catalog. Oh, okay, if you are an introvert, this is what you can do. I'm restricting the possibilities. Makes sense what I'm saying? Again, I'm waiting for the challenge. This is a live. That's for you to ask me stuff. Any questions from that side? Any things that you would like me to explore a little bit better, or to give an example, for instance? Sometimes I avoid to give a lot of examples because I also don't want to restrict your vision. But yeah, if it becomes important for you to give a more concrete example, I will be happy to. So communicate with me. Tell me any questions, anything that you would like to explore right now. I will keep my eye on the chat and see what is coming. So another thing that I would like to bring in is that one of the things that sometimes I hear most coaches talking about is I'm working with you so that you are the only person that can, change, or the change is on you, or you need to take responsibility for the change. Poof. What a violence, right? Oh, okay. I'm going to so intimate integrity is saying, I'm going to a therapist and I'm not sure she will be very clean in her language. How should I approach that? Difficult one, because my first instinctive reply is, are you wanting that? First of all, it's like, how do you see that for yourself? And you can, of course, if you feel during the session that the therapist is imposing content, I think if you realize that is happening, you can give that back. I think it's okay to say, hey, but this is not how I feel, or I don't see things that way, or I think that is not what I said, or I think that is your perspective. I think it's okay to give that back. Also because, yeah, it's in the therapy you are in a relationship of trust, so or you should. So if that language is making you disbelieve or even lose trust in the process, you should be calling that out, because yeah, if you don't trust the process, or even if you don't trust the person because she's imposing a lot of content in you, you are just losing your time going to this therapist. So because nothing will happen if you don't trust. So I think that a possibility is, see if you want, how first of all you feel about it, And if in any moment that is impacting you and is an impact that you don't appreciate, I think you could call that out, also because you are more aware of that. So, yeah, could even be a way of bringing in a great conversation to the table with your therapist. I hope I replied to the question. So one of the thing, what I was saying is that one of the things is this let's say idea that yeah we can even predict the future, and we can even let's say control that. We cannot, but we can really pay attention to what we are bringing to the person. So when we say to someone, oh, you are the only one responsible for the change, that is too big, because the person is inside of a context, right? And that person, of course, can change some things in themselves, can change something in their behavior, in their emotions, in their mindset, can change a lot of stuff. But the context is also very powerful. So one of the things is that I think a lot of coaches are not doing, and therapists as well, is bringing along the idea of ecology, personal and human ecology. So means that whatever I'm changing is also healthy, not only for myself, but for my environment. Because we want the person to have different perspectives and choices, but we want them also to choose upon that ecology. We want people to be able to choose, thinking about what is healthy for me and for my environment. So let me give you an example. I do a lot of coaching with couples, but sometimes happens that the the person one of the persons of the couple starts themselves the process. And of course, sooner or later, they will realize, well, I cannot do this by myself. You know, if I'm talking about the relationship, I cannot be the one taking full responsibility for whatever is coming, because we are two in this relationship. So sometimes what happens is that the person will realize, oh, okay, I need to bring my partner along. So we start the coaching process with one person, and suddenly the person says, hey, I think my partner needs to come along. So they talk, and the partner comes. Because whatever decisions, for instance, the person is taking by themselves, right? So, and we are talking about the circumstances, about a couples coaching session. So the other person also needs to be inside of that process. And we don't want, for instance, to get to the point that the person takes a decision that is not even considering the other person. I think, of course, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about circumstances or context that we are talking about violence or nothing like that. But in a moment that is some type of problem in the relationship, what I will call a more simple problem. Doesn't mean that it's simple, but means that it's not getting to, no one is getting hurt physically or emotionally. But the thing is, sometimes the person can be taking a decision without thinking about, okay, is this healthy also for my environment? And the sense of ecology is very important. And I see a lot of stuff going on in coaching and therapy about you are the one, you are the one that has all the decisions and all the control of whatever is going to happen. No, you're not. No, you're not. This idea that you are doing this by yourself is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You are not. You are always inside of a context. So we need to operate with that context. We need to call that context to the table, and we need to make sure that the person decides, being aware that she's operating inside of a context. The other day I heard something that really hurt me, was a mom, and she told me that she went to a therapist and she was tired and exhausted, like a lot of moms are. And the therapist said, "Oh, you need time for yourself. You need to take time for yourself." And this person took a decision of being 1 month, away. She went out of the house. She went to another house, and she was 1 month taking time for herself. And then she felt miserable and guilty, because she felt that she was abandoning her child. So then we don't have any more. We still maybe have the problem of the time for yourself and the rest. She's still probably tired, but now you have also the problem of the guilt. So I hear, unfortunately, this time's enough to get worried, that people are just confusing stuff. So it's not about how can I rest alone. No, it's like how can I find my rest time? How can I find my well-being inside of the context that I have? That is my family, my children, and all the things that I want to keep. So this is, for me, an extreme way of violence. Is a huge violence for people. But we have, let's say, other type of violence. For instance, I'm thinking now about this idea of, this happened, now I'm coming to my mind, a person that was about public speaking. And then it's like, no, you need to do this in a different way. You need to use and talk in a different way and use a different voice and whatever. And the person was doing it, and she was really trying hard, and was not really coming out, as without effort, let me put it this way. So was not really coming out without a lot of effort from the side of the person. Why we do this? Why someone asks another person to do something that they are not? You can challenge in the sense of, okay, try it, see how that feels. And then let the person decide if it feels okay, or if it's a matter of not using it so much and there's a matter of training, or if it's highly uncomfortable. That's also a violence. Like, why are you imposing that needs to be a certain type of voice, that you think that is the best voice to whatever? Yes, but Rachel, violence is that, is an aggression. It's an aggression, and it's an emotional aggression. Is sometimes a mental violence, mental aggression. So because you are saying to the person, you are not enough. Basically, when you are trying, for instance, to fix someone, or when you are, it's really aggression. You are giving an aggression I don't know, that's maybe not the proper English, but it's like you are delivering aggression to the other person when you are saying in a very, let's say, subtle, sometimes not so subtle way, that you are not enough, so you need to learn something else, or is an aggression when you are saying to someone, you need to take responsibility. You need to take full responsibility for this. It's exactly what I want to say. And I think sometimes we are not aware in this world how much that comes along, how much we are being, we are delivering aggression, and we are being aggressive. I think this is a better way. We are being aggressive to people. Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. Exactly. So you are attacking the other person when most part of the times a coach or a therapist or a mentor is saying, I want to support that person. So if you want to support that person, don't say to that person that they need stuff. You need to go for what do you want, not what you need. It's not the need, it's the wanting. If you want to support someone, you need to amplify choices, not taking away choices from them, right? If you want to support people, you want to give them the sense of being ecological. You want that all the decisions that they make are ecological for themselves and to the environment that they are in. So that is exactly the thing, is that unfortunately I see a lot of aggression to through send away to people and being done with people when we are talking about a few that should be there to support people. And just like I started, we start even in the marketing, the way people mark themselves in this business. Like, if you want to have success, you need this. If you want to be, I don't know, you have better life balance, whatever, you need to do this. If, the need starts there. Starts when people impose on you problems. Like, maybe you didn't realize, but this and this and this is a symptom of being tired. Are you tired? Of course I'm tired. Some days, of course I'm tired. Of course some days I'm sad. Okay? So don't make me feel unstable. Don't make me feel that I'm not okay just because I'm tired. No, I'm okay as a person. I'm just tired. I'm okay. It's not that I'm not okay. It's not like you need to fix me. Maybe I need to find, and we can find together as a coaching process, different strategies for me to not get so tired in my daily life. But as a person, I'm not in default. I'm not a bad person. I don't need a fixing. I maybe need more possibilities, more different ways of building that. Makes sense what I'm saying? I think your question was really important, Rachel, because that is exactly what I'm talking about. And that is exactly what I want to bring to the table. The awareness of the violence of happiness. Oh my God, the violence of happiness. That we all need to be happy. Happy is an emotion. It's coming and going. One time I had a person that said to me, I do one thing. Every time that something is really bad, I press my finger when I promote pain to realize that it's a matter of contrast. So it's always something worse, it's always something better. The violence of happiness, for instance, this is a big one these days. The violence of success, that no one knows what it is, but everyone wants it and everyone should have it. No one knows what it is. So that's what I mean. I think we really need to bring this to the table, because I believe we can do much better. Because our main intention is to support people, right? Our main intention is to amplify people, to make them feel like they have more options, they have more points to choose from, and then they take their own decisions. So this is my perspective on coaching, mentoring, and therapy, and I really feel like when we are not doing this, we are not doing what we are called for. We are not bringing also the best of ourselves. So this is one. This is what I really wanted to bring in today. And I know it's not an easy topic, but it's the topic that we need to bring to the table. I think it's important that we bring ourselves to this world to do this amplification, not to bring a new problem to people, not to bring a new confusion or more confusion to people. I think we have that as an ethical obligation. I will be happy to hear your comments, and we are almost ending this second live. I'm so thrilled and happy that we are doing this. So, how was this for you? How did you see this topic, and do you get any other questions, or would you like to explore a little bit more this? So please share it with me. I will be happy. Also because we are building up the topic, so we can bring different layers to the live and bring different topics, whatever also supports you. And remember, call your friends, your coach friends, your therapist friends. Call them to this live. It's every Tuesday at 12, because I think we can really bring different topics and different perspectives. And if we are doing that together, we probably will do it better, right? Because one head is maybe, let's say, or let me put it this way, two hats are better than one, three hats are better than two, so and so on and so on. So, oh, great, super. Thank you, Al. Thank you so much for being with me today. And we see each other next Tuesday. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.